The categorical distribution that was being used in the Markov state transition idea is an example, of course, of a discrete distribution. There are many other types of discrete distributions. We're not going to cover all of them, but one that we really should get into just a little bit is, of course, the Poisson point process. So for this, the idea is that you have some kind of process that can either be happening over space, over time, and there's a certain number of events that happens within the fixed amount of space or fixed amount of time. And the example that is going to be, of course, the most natural one to use in our area of study is to ask questions about how many times a neuron can fire within a certain time period. And you can write that out with an equation like this one. And then, you can try and see whether you can actually use that to well describe the firing pattern of a single neuron. So you can take as an example the neuron over here on the right. It's being you're injecting a current into it. You're watching it fire at a certain pretty regular rate, and then you can make some statements about what's the probability of certain spikes happening within a certain time period. And when doing so, you are making some assumptions, especially that each spike is kind of independent from the previous one. Once we get into modeling actual neurons, then you'll find that there's definitely some issues with some of those types of assumptions. And we're going to be assuming, of course, an average firing rate, which might actually be what you really care about, in which case you're actually doing inference then, and maybe you are measuring average firing rate, and you actually want to know something about what is this variable lambda, and how variable can that therefore be used to describe the how variable is the firing of the neuron based on this type of model too. So it's a very common model to see being used in computational neuroscience for sure. So we're going to do an exercise based on that, where you'll be sampling from the Poisson distribution, and then play around with it a bit and see what happens when the rate, the lambda, actually changes in your little model of spiking neurons.